We start with some breaking news that a man who works for Germany's military has been arrested on suspicion of spying for Russia. The suspect is a German citizen and is accused of approaching the Russian embassy in Berlin and the Russian consulate in Bonn, offering his cooperation. Now let's get more details on this breaking story from our correspondent Simon Young. Simon, what else can you tell us about this case?
Yeah, Gerhard, so this is a man who's been identified only as Thomas H. He was arrested today in the western city of Koblenz and remanded in custody, and searches have been made by investigators of his apartment as well as his place of work. Now, this is a man who worked for something called the Federal Office of Bundeswehr Equipment, Information Technology and In-Service Support. So this is a part of the German Defence Ministry that is tasked with supplying, organising, looking into what's the right equipment and making sure that the Bundeswehr has the best equipment for its use. So this is somebody who quite possibly had a lot of technical information that he knew about. Now, the prosecutor's office has said that starting in May of this year, he approached the Russian consulate in Bonn and also the embassy here in Berlin, made an offer that he would work together with Russian services. And on one occasion, they say, he passed information that he had obtained during the course of his work, which he intended and assumed would be passed on to Russian intelligence. And the other thing to say is that this arrest was made using a warrant that was issued as long as 2 weeks ago. So it would seem that this investigation into this man has been ongoing for a long time.
Now, when you speak to your contacts and sources, do you get the feeling that there has been an uptick, an increase in Russian espionage in Germany since the war has started?
Absolutely, this is a matter of public record. The head of the Domestic Intelligence Service, Thomas Haldenwang, has been warning of that for several months, since the beginning, really, of the all-out war in Ukraine, saying that they expect more espionage activity by Russia. And we've seen various things in November of last year. A former officer in the reserves of the German military was convicted of espionage activities for Russia, and there's also been last year a former employee of the German Foreign Ministry who was arrested on spying charges. And those are just the kinds of things. Germany has responded. It has expelled quite a lot of diplomats and is in the process of closing down Russian diplomatic representation, some here in Germany, some of which has been used for espionage activities, they allege. So they're definitely on their guard, and this is exactly the kind of espionage effort that intelligence chiefs have been warning about for a while.
DW Simon Young there following that story for us. Thank you, Simon.